An air of confidence to the Suns as they arrived earlier today. Playing in front of your home fans always puts a bounce in your step. So the Timberwolves win the tip. So the opening lineup for the Timberwolves. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. And it's Prince in at the 3 slot.
With incredible agility and reflexes, Gobert excels above the rim. You know, last year was all about forward progress for the Timberwolves, recording their second winning season since 2005, getting on track for future success. Don't want to let them get into a rhythm from out there.
Now Russell. Pass to Towns. From the top of the key. He can't hit that time.
Well, he wants that one over again. I guarantee that. Nobody's even in the neighborhood.
Paul can't get it to go. So what do you think the keys are that could...
I mean, something else, man! Wow!
And make it happen.
The reverse slam, that was sweet.
Ah, the finesse on full display. Outside Johnson. Pass to Bridges. Paul against Russell. Paul passes to Booker. Clock is at 3. Yes, and it's Paul with the assist that time. Booker's got 5 now.
He's not going to miss an opportunity to find a teammate. Chris Paul delivers.
Oh, yes, sir! Wow! Just rising up to the rim.
Man, when he gets up there, he gets up there. You know what I'm saying? Paul passes to Johnson. Paul against Russell. Back to Johnson. And that one off the back of the rim and in. These teams have really gone back and forth.
Yeah, 5 lead changes already. This one's going to be a battle for sure.
Russell against Paul. And Russell, here we go. Here's Prince. And a miss there on the triple.
I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
Hayden with a screen. Inside. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And it didn't take long for Phoenix to match the offer sheet Ayton signed with the Indiana Pacers. Now, there was talk they might let Ayton walk after that fallout during their playoff exit. But Phoenix knew they needed to keep Ayton to remain a contender.
Now here's Towns. That one drops for him.
Look at Towns asserting himself inside. He knows he can muscle his way to a shot anytime.
2 minutes remaining in the quarter. 2 minutes.
Russell against Paul. To the right side. Here's Ayton. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
Hey, sometimes the best looks don't equate to points.
Pass to Towns. Now here's Gobert from the low block. The putback. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And just crashes the glass with effort and intensity. I mean, how do you box a guy out like Towns?
There's the steal. Here's Edwards. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Edwards got 6 points.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Nails it from beyond the arc.
Mikel really showing a nice confidence in that shot right there as his shooting percentages are trending up.
Russell against Paul. Edwards for 3. And Ayton pulls it down. Phoenix has gone 2 for 3 from outside the arc. Pass to Bridges. Now Ayton. Outside Johnson. Off target from 3-point range. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Edwards, a pass to Towns. The shot that time not on target. Ayton with the defensive effort. Bridges down low. Prince is there. Ball finds Booker. From outside the arc. Not going to go that time. And here's Edwards outside. It's all tied in Phoenix. And we'll bring you the start of quarter number 2 when we
Fans, please give a big round of applause for your son's youth dance team.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And taking a look at the Suns' performance here, guys. What are your thoughts?
Well, it's simple. I mean, they started off strong, and they've been hot from beyond the arc since the get-go.
They just couldn't seem to know what it was that they needed to do and how to stick them from outside. The defense pretty lost.
The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Bridges and Johnson fill up the forward spots. And it's Ayton in at the center, locking down the middle. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. Now here's Russell. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change. And it's powered home by Towns.
I'll tell you what, that cat was strong and physical. Woo, I'm not sure how you can effectively stop Towns around the basket.
Well, these Suns have had a successful past couple of seasons.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, they certainly know the greatness they're capable of. They can give you a lot of confidence out there on the floor, even against other elite teams.
Outside for Booker, just 4 to shoot. This one for 3. Yes, and it's Paul with the assist that time. Paul's got his 5th assist in this one.
They keep capturing the lead, then giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
Here's Prince. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
First team foul.
And it's going to go on Devin Booker.
Shooting for Minnesota.
All right, guys, some stats here. The scoring breakdown for Phoenix.
Yeah, their early focus on outside scoring has paid off. They're finding plenty of points from three-point land.
Well, not only that, but you love how unselfish they've been to start this game. That's going to get all the guys in a great flow and feeling good. So moving that ball around and scoring off assists, it's a nice way to play.
Booker, the pass to Ayton. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Here's Edwards. And it's Devin Booker with a rebound. The Suns leading. Over to the left wing. Johnson finds Booker. Pass to Paul. Back to Booker. That one doesn't drop. Good D by Gobert. They've been keeping things close.
And now have a chance to jump back on top, B.A.
Towns with the ball. Lets the 3 fly. Got it. Makes him 4 for 6 from the floor.
Well, he's a gifted passer. This is one of his natural abilities, and the instincts just showing off from Russell there.
Ball passes to Booker. For 3, Bridges. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2. And pick and rolls never more prevalent in the league than they are right now. And there's always someone the defense has to leave open in those scenarios, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., you know, it's amazing. It's such a simple play, but it's so difficult to defend, especially with the shooting that we now see in the NBA and the great spacing on the floor. It's a play, as you said, every team uses and executes well in their offensive attack.
And he's able to get it back. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Phoenix has gone 4 of 8 from 3, a nice percentage.
2 minutes.
Russell against Paul. Outside Booker. And he drives in. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
And Booker is tremendous at driving to the inside, throws himself at the D to get the call.
At the line for 2.
Both free throws good from Booker.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
And here's Edwards outside. That shot off. So Phoenix will take it the other way. Ball passes to Booker. Bridges outside. Pass to Ayton. And Ayton with What the stuff?
Does it feel good as a big man like Ayton to throw it down? You bet it does.
And when Ayton isn't playing basketball, either the live or video game version, he's often drawing.
Yeah, I mean, he grew up wanting to be an architect. I actually hear that he loves blueprints, but probably his most famous sketch, himself dunking on Joel Embiid his rookie year.
5 to shoot. They need this. Blocked.
Well, more than capable as a defender, Bridges with a great job using his length.
Ooh, he's looking comfortable now. 3 for 3.
They're locked in and focused on making each possession a success.
That's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control.
Russell with the ball. Well, he hasn't put up any points yet in this one. Pass to Prince. Now Gobert is covered by Ayton. The kick out to Edwards. Here's Gobert, bearing his second of 3 attempts.
I love the ferocity from Gobert. Snagging that board and getting the putback, he wasn't going to be denied.
Paul against Russell. Pass to Booker. The 3-ball. The shot no good. Edwards can't hit.
He creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go.
And so it's the Phoenix Suns leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. Great shot selection right now, keeping the game simple and getting high percentage.
Together and get loud for the Jabberwockies.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Boy, we're seeing a tremendous game from Devin Booker.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
You're just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Kicking off the second half, here's Chris Finch's 5. McDaniels out there with Kyle Anderson. Then there's Naz Reid. Then it's Jordan McLaughlin. And it's Noel in at the 2. Nice shot by Okogie. And the Suns lead by 6.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Shamet, he's checked in for the Suns. On the wing, Noel. Outside, Anderson. 3-pointer. And it's Lee with the rebound. Phoenix has gone 4 of 9 so far from the perimeter. It's Shamet on the wing. Anderson against Craig. To the paint. Stolen by Anderson. It's stolen by Šarić. Here's Shamet. Pass to Craig. Back to Shamet. Here's Payne. Here's the floater. No good on the shot.
And he gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there. Man, such a heartbreak last year as the Phoenix Suns had the opportunity to return to the finals, and it just felt like they were destined to get back there. It was their most wins in the season in franchise history. It just didn't play out that way.
Pass to Payne. Here's Lee. Knocked away. And now around 2 minutes going by in this half. McDaniels, that's good.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
The Suns' regular season dominance last year speaks to this team's strength.
Oh, yeah, they are so tight. I mean, the connection of the coaching staff and the point guard and CP3, these guys have talent. They've been through the ups and downs. They know what it takes to get to the top of the mountain. Make no mistake, this Phoenix team is playing to win it.
Here's McLaughlin. Up and in on the layup. McLaughlin's got 4 points now in the quarter.
When you use it right, the pump fake's as effective a move as there is.
Timberwolves foul. Jordan McLaughlin. First personal foul. First team foul.
And here's Payne. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game from him. Poke loose. And now we're 3 minutes into this third quarter of play. Reed can't hit.
As a big, once you get positioned inside, it allows you to fight and come away with a lot of tough boards.
Up again. It's good on the putback. And the Suns lead by 4.
Just great positioning to get the rebound, then get it back up.
Here's McLaughlin. Third quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Tipped.
What instincts there as Sharich is able to get in there and challenge his opponent.
Oh, rejected by McDaniels. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Suns will retain possession. We've got 1:23 left in the third quarter. Right side Payne. And Kyle Anderson is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. And the Suns going with a whole new group out there.
Substitution on the court.
1:16 left in the third. Outside for Booker. Shot clock at 6. Here's Ayton. And Ayton with the stuff.
If Ayton can get in that kind of position, he can be a bully on the inside.
And Minnesota calls time here. And it's a completely new group for the Timberwolves. 1:05 left in the third. Outside Russell. Down low. Tries to break his ice. And Edwards slams it in.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, BA.
Yeah, I don't blame him with the score this tight. You cannot take a chance here. The kick out to Johnson. It's good. The assist that time from Paul. Paul's got 6 assists now in the game. Now here's Russell. Looking for his first basket, still in this one. Pass to Gobert. Out left to the wing. Towns for 3. And Ayton pulls it down. Ayton's got 5 rebounds tonight. 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Outside Booker. Six on the shot clock. There's the triple. That one is off. And so it's Phoenix closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. Their play is...
Please give a big round of applause.
And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. Bridges and Johnson fill up the forward spots. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. And it's Ayton in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. Out to Bridges. Pass to Booker. $18 feet out. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got 5 rebounds in the game. And Edwards slams it in.
I just love how he runs the floor with energy and intensity, but still stays under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed. He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Up top, Booker, guarded by Edwards. Ooh, Gobert with a steal. To the middle. Here's Towns. And it's Towns with the power finish.
More and more signs of the skill set of Taurean Prince as he finds an open teammate.
Right side, Paul. Bridges finds Johnson. Now here's Booker, guarded by Edwards. Booker Booker against Edwards. Johnson, and it's good for 2.
And this kind of distribution is something that Devin Booker is only going to improve upon.
Now Russell. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
That's what you call playing big. He just stays committed to the attack mode.
Tip of the cap there. I mean, that defense was good. The finish was better.
Paul passes to Bridges. And here's Booker. Inside. Here's Johnson. Back to Booker. And there's the call on Karl Anthony Towns. That's his first foul. And we have to take another look at that block.
Yeah, just some terrific effort there. And you know the whole team will get an energy boost off a block like that one.
Paul against Russell. Outside for Booker. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he's going for the oop here. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
Just great hands for Ayton to time that one.
Outside Edwards. Towns a screen on Booker. To the left side wing. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by the Suns.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Russell against Johnson. The ball's knocked loose. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Russell. Picked his pocket.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Up top Edwards. Booker defending. The kick out to Edwards. Rebounded by Johnson.
I know it's about defending the post and the three-point line these days, but still got to be active in the mid-range area, and the defense gets away with one there.
Oh, a clear foul there. And no surprise here. At this stage of the game, they're going to use the coach's challenge. Make them take another look at the call.
People were worried that this would slow the action down. But with so many close calls,
Taking 2 shots.
smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make them.
After review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Paul passes to Bridges. 5 on the clock. For 3, Booker. And his 5th make of the game in 12 attempts.
Going to be an all-star guard like Devin Booker. You might want to start hitting your share of triples.
Outside Russell. Pass to Towns. That falls. Nice assist by Russell.
All-out effort from Towns, putting the team on his back and getting them the shot they need.
A minute 4 left in the fourth. Ball passes to Johnson. Up top, Paul. The kick out to Johnson. He shoots. Gets a very good look and converts.
That's the guy they're going to keep going to, as they should. The lead's only going up if they keep feeding him.
Outside Edwards. Pass to Towns. There's the 3. And it's in. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
And in the big moments, Towns ups the ante, which allows him to knock down the important shots.
Paul with it. Now Johnson. Here's Ayton. Johnson inside, covered by Towns. And Johnson gets it to go on the assist by Ayton.
That's a good find from Ayton, understanding the defensive scheme, and he just waited for his teammate to be open.
And here's Edwards. Another shot outside for Russell. Towns for three, and that one drops.
Remember when big men shooting threes were as rare as a Sasquatch.
All right, Allie, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Brent Barry.
Oh, who say does that?
A lot of focus on the guard matchup tonight, Greg. Both these teams rely on their backcourts to lead the way for them.
And if anything, it should make for an entertaining basketball game. And it becomes a little bit of a chess match when it's a backcourt duel. Those are always fun.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince in at the small forward position. And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. Right side Towns. There's the triple. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Boy, you like to see that kind of competitiveness from Karl Anthony Towns. You know this guy is going to settle the score with a three of his own.
Now here's Wall. Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
Normally he'll drill that shot, and I'm sure they'll look to find him in that spot again.
No doubt. Very good play call, good execution. Sometimes it just doesn't fall.
Wall attacking. Outside for George. And stolen by Russell. And oh, here we go. Prince has got it. The fast break chance. George against Edwards. Towns. Now Edwards. 5 on the clock. Russell with a wide open look. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Well, unselfish play by Anthony Edwards. Teammate is wide open. He puts it right where it needs to be.
And how about the impact Anthony Edwards has had?
This guy's a real game changer on the floor. Scores it at a high clip. Can play big inside and play big outside. Does everything on the floor with a passion, with a joy, and with a flair.
Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And finished off by Edwards.
Oh, give me a little sauce. Anthony Edwards rise high and finish over the defender.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
I had a chance to catch up with Chris Finch. He told me we have to play really good interior defense. We know they want to get to the rim. We know that's the game plan. So we've got some tactics to keep them from doing so. Guys, we will see what they came up with in the lab.
All right, David, thanks. And here's Russell after Paul George getting his 3 to go. Russell passes to Edwards. And Edwards with the stuff.
What you love about D'Angelo Russell, he can impact winning with both his scoring and his passing.
All with it, picked up by Edwards. George against Russell. Outside, Wall. And here's George for 3. A three-pointer is right on target. George has got 6.
Well, Paul George is a big-time scorer, and it matters not where he is, but you give him a corner 3, he'll take it.
Russell against Wall. Gobert in the corner. Outside, Towns. Russell kicks to Gobert. Towns wide open. Buries it from 3-point range. Towns has got his second basket.
It's not just the three-point shooting. It's the range three-point shooting. Towns will fire from anywhere.
All with it. There's the pass to Morris. Entered on the wing. The 3. And another 3 for the Clippers.
Yeah, I just had a feeling Kawhi Leonard would respond with a 3 of his own. Beautiful.
Doris, it's been great to see the Clippers rise to prominence over the last 10 years, hasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, listen, this was an organization that spent years in futility, but you have to admire the transformation that has led to consistent success. They used to be a franchise that made the playoffs maybe once in a decade. Now you expect them to contend in the West. Well, don't think twice. Ball touches your hands, you let it go, Anthony Edwards.
Outside, George. 46 seconds left to play in the first quarter.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
Outside, Towns. Launches it. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Towns. And here's George. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. It's a three-point game. Leonard with this screen on Edwards. George finds Leonard. George against Edwards. And it's George finishing it off.
That's a play that's all about positioning, and Paul George has the elevation to make it easy.
Here's Edwards into the lane and finished off by Edwards.
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game. Anthony Edwards has been leading the charge for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Fans, please give a big round of applause for your Clippers.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Minnesota.
So far, they've moved the ball well, leading to open, high-percentage looks. Lots of assists in this one.
Well, also, guys, what a start from beyond the arc. A huge part of their game today. That's going to help their spacing.
On the court for Minnesota, at-court guards are Russell and Edwards. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. And it's Prince in at the 3 spot. Outside, Wall. Outside for George. And it's off from three-point range. Timberwolves leading by 5. Outside, Towns. Top of the key. Rebound by the Clippers.
Boy, defense nowhere to be found, and neither was his shot at that time.
Leonard finds Wall. No good on the 3. Minnesota's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight.
And after not playing for a season, John Wall back in action, bought out by the Rockets, and he signs with the Clippers. If he can get back to where he was, that's a huge win for the Clippers. Could serve as a deadly third option for LA.
Count that one. And the Timberwolves lead has been cut to just 5 on the basket from Paul George. Edwards looking it over. With the drive.
Anthony Edwards.
Well, Anthony Edwards says, yes, you're playing exceptional defense, but my offensive game is better. I'm a solid 225.
Ball passes to Morris. That shot misses. Towns with the defensive effort. It's Edwards on the wing. And Edwards with the stuff.
You better get out of the way. So much power from Anthony Edwards on that drive. Look out.
Outside, George. Gobert with the block. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession. Minnesota on D. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. Shot clock at 5. Leonard, the pass to Zubac. The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points. Outside, Russell. Drives to the hoop. Has to Gobert. Russell trying to free himself up. And Gobert with the basket on the assist by Russell. Oh, and with all the gifted range shooters in this league, Doris, it seems like in the clutch, more teams go for those long-distance, quote-unquote, Hail Mary threes, rather than 2 quick field goals inside.
Well, it makes sense if you have guys who work on those types of shots. We see Stephen Curry do this all the time. But I don't always agree that that should be the play. If you have the time, go for high-percentage 2-point looks.
Here's George. He's got 10.
2 minutes remain in the first half. 2 minutes.
Outside Leonard. Back to George. Here's the 3. Good for another field goal. Number 5 in the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
Well, Paul George been cooking all night. The defense has nothing for him right now.
Ball against Russell. Towns for 3. Rebound, Kawhi Leonard. Clippers trail by 5.
Guys, you have to remember when thinking and talking about the Minnesota Timberwolves, it's an organization that is still so young.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. You know, basketball historians will remember that the Minneapolis Lakers, Doris, won 5 titles before relocating to Los Angeles in 1960.
And I think the current crop of T-Wolves fans, Kevin, see this as a completely different franchise from that historic team. In their minds, they haven't won a championship yet. And that fact should really motivate this current roster to get one for this group.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Deflects the pass. It's stolen by Edwards. Passes it to Russell. There's 38 seconds left here in the second. Edwards with the screen for Russell. And Edwards with the stuff.
Anthony Edwards showing you, yes, I am a vertical threat at the rim.
Outside, George. For the 3. That's no good. That miss makes him 5 for 11 from the field. Here's Edwards. Good, and the assist goes to town. And now it's a 9-point Timberwolves lead.
And that strength and concentration from Anthony Edwards. Yes, there's contact. Doesn't bother him.
And here's Wall outside. No good. Shot missing. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. They've been giving John Wall all sorts of problems. He still hasn't been able to solve their defense. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Carl.
Thank you, David. And we'll... And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. You know, Anthony Edwards has been exceptional here, guys.
That first half looked like a dunk contest mixtape. Was just destroying the rim.
This guy plays fast, he's aggressive, and if you let him get to the cup, there is nothing that you can do about it.
So with Leonard on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. The guard and off guard, filled by Jackson and Powell. Batuma's out there with Robert Covington, and it's Kennard in at the 3, the small forward. Here's McLaughlin, guarded by Jackson. And Jordan McLaughlin picks up the foul here. That's his first foul.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
And that replay showed just how forceful that block was.
And a block like that sends a message. One that says we're not giving up this lead.
Jackson kicks to Covington. Outside for Jackson. Now here's Powell. Not a lot of room. And now Minnesota on the fast break. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to go on Norman Powell. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And he shot foul shots at about a 75% clip a season ago.
Doris, one thing that stood out about the Timberwolves last season was their fast-paced play.
No doubt, Kevin, and you can trace that directly to the head coaching position in Chris Finch. This is a group that loved to push the basketball up the floor, wanted to catch defenses before they had a chance to dig in at the half court. And remember, that is the classic mark of a youthful team, particularly one with the athleticism that Anthony Edwards brings.
Shots good by Kennard.
Oh my goodness, look, Kennard from the next zip code. Good night.
And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Here's McLaughlin. Just 5 on the clock. The shot missing. And the Clippers will come the other way. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Powell, the pass to Kennard. Got a hand on it. Here's McLaughlin. Kennard covering. The shot by McDaniels, no good. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half.
How about the pull-up game of Norman Powell? Gets space and separation off the dribble.
Here's McLaughlin, guarded by Jackson. Here's Anderson. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. Clippers trail by 5. Now, here's Kennard. Kicks it out to Covington. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. All by himself. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now.
2 minutes remaining in the third quarter.
Here's Noel. Anderson outside. Fires for 3. Rebounded by Covington.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
Jackson. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
We know this about Robert Covington. He is a team man first and foremost. Pretty pass.
Timeout called first of the game for Minnesota. And the Clippers going with a whole new group out there. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third.
What a career arc when you consider Reggie Jackson. Here is a guy that literally was so frustrated at one point he considered retiring. And yet he puts in the effort and has a tremendous season.
And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Second personal foul.
Here's Los Angeles now. They've got an 8-0 run. George with the screen on Russell. And Wall kicks to George. That's good. And so Wall with the assist. Wall's got 3 assists in the game. Doris, looking at Reggie Jackson, he's coming off one of his best seasons ever.
Yeah, and you love that for a guy like him, not giving up, not letting the struggle impact his passion, giving the same effort he did as a rookie. I love his story, Kevin. How about the creativity, the athleticism? That's a rare combination for a guy his size. Go to work, Cat.
Outside, Wall for the lead. And again, hits the Clippers from deep.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Here's Towns, and the dunk by Towns.
That's easy money for Karl Anthony Towns. Gets in close range and leaves no doubt.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Outside for George. Outside Leonard. Pass to Zubac. Outside Wall. Just 3 to shoot. Beyond the arc. That shot no good. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Your Timberwolves lead by 1, and we'll have the start. Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. And a look at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the fourth. 2 big men inside, Towns and Gobert. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince in at the 3 spot. Here's Leonard. Changes up. And it's good on the way in. Leonard's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for Los Angeles. And here's Russell. Kicks it to Towns. And the dunk by Towns. Neither team here in the fourth generating a lot of separation.
Yeah, it's been a close one. 5 times the lead has switched hands thus far.
Outside, George. From deep. Leonard inside. Guarded by Prince. And George, here we go.
Paul George's ability to put the ball on the floor and drive it balances balances out his shooting. So important to have both.
Outside Edwards. Gobert with a screen for Edwards. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Left side, Edwards. 5 to shoot. It's hauled in by Zubac.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
George looking over the floor. Down low. Out to Morris. Leonard on the wing. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
You can see the handle of Kawhi Leonard so much tighter than it used to be. How confident is he off the dribble?
Gobert with a screen on George. Edwards drives in. And the rejection by Zubac.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Well, defense had nothing for Kawhi Leonard. Nice jam.
Minnesota calls timeout. The short rest very important, and one of the benefits of this part of the game is getting on the same page with your team while having the chance to hydrate with Gatorade. Replenish your energy for the late game push. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch told the team. He wants them to work for more easy baskets in transition. He said, the moment we take possession of the ball, I want us to attack. If there's nothing there, then you can pull it back out and run the offense. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Outside, Wall. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far.
2 minutes.
Outside, Leonard.
2 minutes.
From 11 feet away. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot before second violation. It's Gobert with the ball for Minnesota. Outside, Russell. Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Towns, a screen on George. The score now all even. Edwards got 23 points.
Oh, the young gun, Anthony Edwards with the big-time delivery.
Outside, Wall. Kicks it out to Leonard. Lets it go from deep. That's good. And so Wall with the assist. Leonard's got 9 points here in the second half. Russell against Wall. Outside, Towns. 1:03 left in the fourth quarter. Count the basket and the foul. It's going to be on John Wall. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
Their accuracy in this one has just been on another level. I mean, the three ball keeps falling, and the defense just hasn't been able to run them off the line.
Also, I just love how hard they've taken the ball to the rack. They've made a point of attacking, and it's led to them getting buckets.
And that one sent the bench into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together, everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
Here's Edwards. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. What a big possession right here.
No doubt about it, guys. The tension is palpable.
Ball against Russell. Wall dishes to George. Money!
Looking to close it out. That one might have been the backbreaker.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
The kick out to Towns. Back to Edwards. off with the layup. So it's the Clippers taking the win in a close one. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans. But all right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Dort.
Welcome, sports fans. Thank you for joining us. It's the NBA. Well, when we look at tonight, this could come down to the backcourts, Grant. They're both very talented.
Yeah, B.A., you know I love great guard play. And, of course, each team has some serious skills at that position. So expect a fast pace of play, lots of threes. It should be one heck of a matchup.
So the opening lineup for the Timberwolves. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince in at the small forward position. Here's Russell. No good there. And Memphis taking it the other way down. Brooks outside. Pass to Adams. On the wing, Bain. Outside Morant. 6 to shoot. Jackson for 3. The offensive rebound. Outside for Morant. Goes back up and count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. And Clark, how about the progress of the Timberwolves?
Love what they've done, B.A. They put the pieces in place to be a playoff regular and still the youth to grow in the long term. That's a nice combination, especially when you look at a guy like Anthony Edwards. He's special.
Now here's Edwards. Outside for Russell. Uncovered. Nice jump shot.
Boy, Russell loves to take and make these quick trigger shots. He plays with a nice rhythm and flow to his game.
Morant against Edwards. Takes the 3. Russell with the rebound. Now the Timberwolves with it. Misses the slam off the fast break. Pass to Edwards. Oh, Brooks with the steal. Bain with it. Russell covering. Morant, the pass to Adams. Jackson outside. Into the lane. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Edwards. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
How about the work ethic of Anthony Edwards? Not to mention that linebacker build and the sweet shooting stroke. But what he wants most is to see his team succeed. That's what you love about AE.
And you can tell how much these fans here in Memphis love their Grizzlies.
Yeah, I mean, B.A., ever since they moved here in 2001, these fans have been so loyal. And the players are also enjoy playing here. Memphis is a fun-loving city with great barbecue and a lot of character.
Now here's Jackson. Back to Bain. Up and over Russell. It's wide right. Hits off the rim. Pass to Prince. Fires the 3. And Russell with the 3. Russell's got 5 now.
You know, Russell is so smooth. He's got deceptive length, which allows him to get those shots off behind the arc.
Bain with a screen on Edwards. Outside Bain. Gobert with the double. Bain finds Brooks. Back to Bain. Outside for Brooks. Jacks up a 3. And he buries his first look.
Hey, good to get him going right away. I mean, those are the shots that really boost confidence.
Perhaps he's set for a big night. I mean, he can be a difference maker for him when he's on his game.
Now here's Edwards. Out to the right wing. Prince. Second chance shot. Pass to Edwards. Launches a 3. Outside Russell. Beyond the arc. Sinks it from distance. Give him 8.
Oh, you love to see that kind of vision from Gobert. As much attention as he draws from the D, there's bound to be an open man, and he just got to find him.
Outside Bain. Outside for Morant. Pass to Jackson. And it's going to be a 3-second call. Minnesota in the lead. Now here's Russell. Give him 8. Towns with the ball. Back to Russell. Edwards, the pass to Russell. To the left wing. Over to the left wing. Towns can't get it to go.
Got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
We've watched Morant get so good at this. Instinctively spots the opening and feeds a really good shooter.
Edwards against Bain. And Edwards slams it in. Already 5 lead changes here.
Speaks to how evenly matched these teams have been thus far.
Edwards against Morant. Pass to Brooks. Outside Morant. Now Brooks. Here's Morant. Adams. And it's Gobert with a rebound.
Probably should have scored there. He usually does.
Here's Towns. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Yeah, you look at Russell, and one of the things I like most about his game is this guy has great vision and passing ability.
And so it's D'Angelo Russell making things happen for Minnesota. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. We're coming right back. Don't go. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from the Timberwolves?
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled.
And, you know, for them guys, it's all about tempo. Keep the pressure on and do so as much as possible.
Brooks and Jackson, the defensive forward pair. Morant and Bain in the backcourt together. And it's Adams in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Prince down low. Brooks defending. To the left side wing. Towns for 3. It's rebounded by Memphis.
You know, when he referred to himself as the greatest big man shooter of all time, Karl Anthony Towns certainly raised some eyebrows and sparked some debate in the NBA fraternity.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. And Minnesota calls time here.
Timeout call from Minnesota.
Brooks outside. Back to Morant. Clock at 6. Nice move. It's not going to go for him. Now Minnesota takes it the other way. You know what, Towns, there's no doubt he's a lethal shooter from downtown.
Well, the numbers don't lie, man. This guy, BA, has been around 50, 40, and 80 throughout his career. 50% field goals, 40% 3, and 80% free throws. Tell me how many big guys can match up with those numbers. Very few.
Pass to Prince. Towns with the ball. The 3. The putback. Controls the rebound and the putback.
Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Outside for Brooks. Bain against Edwards. Bain, the pass to Morant.
And then Morant with the jam! Oh, save that for the dunk contest. That flush was so extra.
Whether or not this game is close, he's the same guy, focused on finishing firm at the rim.
Well, I tell you what, guys, the young kids like to say, that's doing too much. That falls into that category. That was too much.
Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Morant's got 10. Well, teams are always hunting mismatches. Grant, I'll put it to you here. You prefer a speed advantage or a size advantage over your defender?
Well, BA, it's all about the mismatches. And going back to when I was young and actually had some speed, it was great to be able to have both, depending upon who you went against. If a smaller player guarded you, use your size to shoot right over them. And if a bigger defender was on you, then yes, use your speed to turn the corner and get to the rim. So it depended upon who was guarding you. And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Pass to Towns. 4-3. Hits the trifecta. He's got 5.
A good play ending with the right player. Big Cat, one of the best shooters we've ever seen at the center position.
The 3 from Bain. Oh, drew them. And in a game this close, they're going to challenge the call. Coach does not agree with it, and he wants them to take another look at the monitor.
And even with the coach's challenge in place, we've seen so many of these personal foul calls still disputed.
The previous play is under review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
The free throw drops for Bain. He hits the second from the line.
Something you can't put a price tag on. The Minnesota Timberwolves gained last season. Playoff experience. Young guys getting accustomed to the crucible of postseason play. Extremely valuable.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
I love the ferocity from Gobert. Snagging that board and getting the putback, he wasn't going to be denied.
Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
Towns up top. Fires for 3. Adams grabs the miss. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Pass to Brooks. Wide open. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. "43 seconds left in the first half. Russell against Morant. Russell, that's good. Russell's got 10 points in the game.
Well, I think the more Russell looks to score from there, guys, the more dangerous he becomes.
Adams with a screen on Russell. Bain, no good. The Timberwolves trail. Left side, Edwards. Pass to Russell. 11 seconds left to play in the first half. Just 5 on the clock. And the layup is good off the glass. Russell's gotten 4 this quarter.
And, you know, once Russell catches fire now, let him eat. I mean, he's got the ability to take over games with his scoring.
And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Thanks, Allie. After the
25.
As we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. You know, D'Angelo Russell has been exceptional here, guys.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
All right, now a timeout called by Memphis. Memphis trailing here on the court for the Timberwolves. Jaden McDaniels out there with Kyle Anderson. Then there's Naz Reid. Then it's Jordan McLaughlin. And it's Noel in a 2-guard. Conchar, good. And what a wild one this has been.
8 lead changes, some big plays, and some big mistakes, too.
Here's McLaughlin. Kicks it out to Anderson. Grizzlies with the rebound. Jones from outside. It doesn't go for him. The Timberwolves shooting about 43% on this one. McDaniels passes to Reed and stolen by Clark. Pass to Conchar. Launches it. Offensive rebound. Back to Williams. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, no, it just doesn't make sense given the situation.
Minnesota calls timeout. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Here's Clark. Soft touch off the glass. Clark's got his first bucket in this one.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Pass to Noel. Takes the three. Jones grabs the board. For Memphis, they've gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. Here's Clark. The steal. Tipped. To the paint. Here's Williams. And Williams punches it home.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Back to Daniels. A slam dunk by Reed.
Oh, nothing soft about that.
Was not going to be denied. Just took the dunk that was right in front of him.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
Pass to Conchar. Now here's Jones. Outside for Green. 4 on the clock. Williams passes to Green. Puts up a 3. Buries it from 3. Green's got himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Just over 2.5 minutes going by in the second half. Anderson inside, working on Williams. Here's Reed. The shot comes out. Now Memphis takes it the other way. On the wing, Conchar. Jones. Nice dish, and the layup goes down. And it's a 9-point Grizzly lead.
Another shot right in the lane. That's been their MO this season.
So Memphis ends up going with a new group. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Moran against Russell. Back to Edwards. Outside Russell. Just 5 to shoot. Over Moran. And it's in. Off the glass. Russell's got 14 points for the game.
You can't say enough about his individual performance. I don't think you can overstate it. I mean, even if the all-around team effort's been lacking, this guy's been on top of things.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Edwards, a pass to Gobert. And he makes it on the layup. He's got 6.
Capable of finding his open guys. Edwards getting better at improving his overall floor awareness. Nice to see.
Outside Bain. Outside for Moran. Lots of room. That one a tad offline, but it drops in for him. Moran's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
Towns passes to Edwards. To the wing, right side. Here's Gobert. Ooh, good work defensively by Adams.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
Bain against Towns. Outside for Brooks. Outside Moran. Jackson with a screen on Edwards. Moran, he's open. That one a little long.
With the defense absent, that was a great opportunity, but no go.
And so it's Memphis ending the quarter up 10. And it's mostly due to their superb shooting. They've wasted very few possessions.
Please give a big round of applause.
And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by a big fella.
With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store. Moran and Bade in the backcourt together. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adam. And it's Brooks in at small forward. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis.
And, you know, for Edwards, it's about hitting the 3 consistently. This will help take his game to the next level.
Morant, the pass to Bade. And stolen by Gobert. And here we go, the Timberwolves on the run. Prince with the bucket. Prince has got his first points in this one.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
I mean, just an agile move by Morant down low, working around the contact and getting it to go.
Edwards against Bane. Outside for Russell. Pass to Prince, and here's Edwards. Outside for Russell. Now Towns. The 3. The Grizzlies pull it in. Durant's got 4 rebounds now. Up top, Brooks. Left side, Bane. Back to Brooks. Stolen by Jackson. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Ooh, and Adams, strong finish.
And whenever Adams is aggressive on offense, it helps big time, especially when he's dunking it hard inside.
Minnesota calls timeout. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch was going over with his team. It wasn't feel-good pep talk. He wants them to show some fight in the closing moments. He told them, if you guys want to salvage any respect from this game, now's the time to do it. Show them we are better than this. Guys, take it away.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Oh, and Jackson with the block.
The attention to detail on defense. Jackson reads shooters well and knows when to go for blocks.
So it's Minnesota now. 9-point game. Edwards for 3. Knocks it down from distance. Edwards has got 6 points in the quarter.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
From deep, Morant. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
And that's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Moran against Russell. Clock at 4. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. The shot from 20 feet out. The rebound by Jackson. Jackson's got 4 rebounds in the game. We're in the final quarter play here. 3 minutes in.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Minnesota on D. They trail by 9 from deep 3-point range. Morant, no good.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check. With maybe a step out of his range.
Brooks outside and stolen by Edwards. The finish, and Edwards slams it in.
Oh, doctor. Oh, my goodness, Anthony Edwards. Throwing it down with force. Get this guy in the dunk contest.
Here's Moran. Pass to Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
Edwards against Bane. 3-pointer. It's rebounded by Memphis. 1:02 left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. From deep, sinks it. What range from downtown. And now it's a 12-point Memphis lead.
Not only racking up points, but also limiting their opponent's scoring. Really impressive win here for the Grizzlies.
You can score without sharing the ball, but it can be a whole lot easier when guys are assisting one another.
Yeah, they were very patient. They were also unselfish, and ultimately, that's why they were so efficient.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Ja Morant.
Anytime they needed a bucket, they'd put the ball in his hands and say, go make a play. It was impressive to watch.
Shot clock at 5. From deep three-point range. Oh, the Grizzlies get it back. Outside Morant. From deep. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And you got to be in awe of incredible defensive efforts like this.
You know, you can't ask for any better defense than that. He responded so fast to the shooter, and it stifled him.
Pass to Edwards. From 17, and it's good. Off the back rim and in.
Doing what he can to help shrink the deficit, but it has to be a team effort.
And so it's Memphis. Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up.
one, the big man.
Here we go.
Both these teams have talented front courts.
You're exactly right. Both rely on their bigs, and the winner of the game is probably going to be the team that wins that front court matchup.
So the opening lineup for the Suns. Ball and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. The small and power forwards are Bridges and Johnson. And it's Ayton in at the 5 down low. And there's Gobert putting it right back in.
And just an excellent rebounder. Gobert is so good at using that incredible wingspan to track down those additional scoring opportunities.
Now here's Paul. Kicks it out to Booker. This one for 3. Drills it from outside.
Oh, the ever-expanding range of Devin Booker, making you pick him up pretty much at half court.
Paul against Russell. Outside Edwards. The kick out to Towns. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
Well, guys, look, the Phoenix Suns ended the regular season on a high note last year. They finished first in the Western Conference, a feat they hadn't accomplished in a bit of time.
Here's Edwards, and Edwards with the stuff.
And how about the recognition by Gobert? I mean, of course, it does help when you're 7 feet like Rudy. It can give you a clean view of the court.
Now, here's Johnson. His three-pointers off the mark. In 2004, the Phoenix Suns clinched the top spot in the Western Conference, and they're about ready to do it again.
Yeah, and that was the Steve Nash, Amari Stoudemire days, and that was practically 2 decades ago. But the Suns have earned this top spot. They've been putting in the hard work with this young core and grinding out all these games.
Is that 7 seconds or less?
Yes, sir.
And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Paul against Russell. Ayton dishes to Paul. Kicks it out to Johnson. And a miss there on the triple. Minnesota's gone 0 of 2 from being good. And it's Towns penetrating. And the dunk by Towns.
And really one of the more mobile bigs in our league. You simply have to account for Towns on the drive.
Paul with the ball. Russell's there. Booker with no one around. Hands it from downtown. Booker's got 6.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Now, here is Russell. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. With the shot. The offensive rebound. Gobert. And finished off by Gobert.
You won't find a higher percentage shot in this league. Gobert from ground zero.
Ball against Russell. And here's Booker from the arc. And Karl Anthony Towns pulls it down.
And looking back to Devin Booker in that 2015 draft, this guy went 13th overall.
What a steal. Plus, Book was the 4th guy taken from his own college. I think that put a giant chip on his shoulder, fueled Devin to the all-star he is today.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Paul. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Now the pass to Edwards. Gobert with a screen for Edwards. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
And he's got more than a few ways to beat him. Edwards will be aggressive when he has to initiate contact and create the N1 opportunity.
Now here's Paul. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Booker outside. Shot to stop the run. Good, and Paul gets the assist.
Sharp find by Paul, one of the best passers of all time.
Now, here is Russell. At the elbow, it's Gobert. And finished off by Gobert.
And if you try to block his shot, you risk getting posterized because he is good at using that height to his advantage.
Edwards against Booker. Out to the right wing. Ayton finds Booker. Just 5 to shoot. Over in the corner, Paul. From past the arc. It's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Timberwolves leading by 6. Here is Edwards. He has 7. Towns, a screen on Booker. Edwards passes to Towns. Oh, and the jam by Towns.
And how about the agility of Towns? Cutting with purpose there after setting the screen. Great display of his basketball IQ.
And so it's Minnesota in the driver's seat, up 8 points. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Timberwolves. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince in at the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Timberwolves.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
And the assets traded by the Wolves for Rudy Gobert surprised a lot of people. In essence, 5 first-round picks, 3 of them unprotected. They better hope this thing works out. A lot riding on.
And Booker kicks to Paul. Kicks it out to Booker. Takes a 3. Rebound, Minnesota. Here's Edwards. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start.
And don't let Edwards' position fool you. Anthony is built like a linebacker. That upper body strength helps him down low.
Bridges passes to Johnson for 3. Trains the 3-pointer. Johnson's got a pair of triples in the second now for Phoenix.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a 3 each time.
Russell looking around. Over in the corner, Edwards. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Edwards got 12 points in the game.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Ball against Russell. Kicks it out to Booker. Back to Paul from downtown. And Karl Anthony Towns pulls it down. And it's Towns with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. They lead by 7. And stolen by Ayton. Bridges with it. He's picked up by Russell. Pass to Booker. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. For his position, DeAndre Ayton is exceptionally well equipped.
Yeah, are you talking about those long arms, that 7'6" wingspan? Yeah, those will help you knock away a few shots or pluck down a few rebounds out of the air. That is no question.
Russell dishes to Prince. Back to Russell. Kicks it out to Prince. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The putback. He's off on that one. And Phoenix will come the other way. And here is Paul. And here's Booker from the arc. Phoenix no good that time either.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
Suns trail by 9. Paul looking around. Kicks it out to Johnson. Booker in the corner. Oh, Ayton in position. Hammers the alley-oop through.
I love the play call. Ayton's a well-coordinated athlete. You know he has the reach. Give him a chance to go up and get it.
Out to Russell. Fires the three. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Inside. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
And on the slam, Bridges using the vertical to finish strong before the D can contest.
Russell against Paul. Towns sets the pick for Russell. That's in. He's got two made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
And they repeatedly broke inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Kicks it out to Johnson. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got 5 assists in the game.
Smart decision to kick it out to another guy once the defense is fixated on him in the paint.
Here's Russell. Passes it to Gobert. Prince wide open. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Love the pass there from Gobert. Always nice when your big man feeds his teammates.
Paul kicks to Bridges. 20 seconds left in the second quarter. Booker in the post. Edwards there. Count them one. And the Timberwolves lead has been cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Devin Booker. Outside Edwards. Keeps it alive. And it's Towns on the follow. Towns has got 6.
And how about Towns there taking full advantage of that size, just dominating the glass.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't.
24.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. You know, Anthony Edwards has been exceptional here, guys.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And you love that mindset he has going at the rim. He hasn't settled for anything, and he's been the aggressor all game long.
So with Paul on the bench, here's the group that Monty Williams has on the floor. They've got Landry Shamet. Bismack Biyombo is out there with Jay Crowder. Then it's Payne, and it's Lee in at the small forward position. That one goes in, and the Timberwolves lead by 9. One of your trademarks, Richard, was athleticism. From the days we first saw you at Arizona, and we're seeing teams really place, right now, a premium in today's NBA on that athleticism factor.
Yes, when you talk about positionless basketball, then you typically go to the guys that can do it all, and those are the wing players. They can guard small, they can guard bigs, they can do a little bit of everything, and that's why teams are looking for them.
Now here's Payne. Defense right on him. Pass to Shamet. The kick out to Crowder. Puts up a 3. Kept alive. Biyombo. And then Biyombo with the dunk.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Craig. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe. Just maybe. Here's McLaughlin. Payne covering. Here's McDaniels. And he overshot that one, missing.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
We've seen the Suns get back to being one of the league's elite passing teams, RJ.
That was the trademark of the Steve Nash era. And look, they've returned to a brand of team-first basketball. It's allowed them to join the ranks of some of the top teams in this league.
Lee passes to Payne. Now Shamet. The 3. Reed with the rebound. Anderson up top, defended by Crowder. Anderson dishes to McDaniels. Shot, high post. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. McDaniels got the lead up to 11 now for the Timberwolves. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. And it's Shamet missing. Minnesota's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. To the middle. Here's Anderson. And Lee pulls it down. Suns trail by 11. Shamet on the wing. Here's the three. And no good.
Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got real lucky there.
Kicks to McDaniels. Shoots over Crowder. And it's Shamet with the rebound.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
And those are the type of shots that just drive coaches crazy. Look, I wouldn't be shocked to see him sitting on the bench if he tries that bad.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
The Suns shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
To the wing on the left. There's the three. Phoenix grabs the miss.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Shamet, the pass to Biyombo. A steal. Now here's McDaniels. Covered by Lee. And there it is for him. McDaniels got 4 this quarter.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, our man is going for the jugular.
Dane finds Crowder. Lee outside. Back to Crowder. The Suns need to get a shot off. And again, it's the Suns missing. Timberwolves leading by 13. 32 seconds left in the third quarter. McLaughlin, the pass to Anderson. Here's McLaughlin. The pass to Reed, and the dunk to finish it off. Beauty.
Nice there, getting the reverse. Love that. And the fans got a little bit of a show there.
Guys, that one definitely had a little something extra on it. Pass to Shamet. Out to Lee. Back to Shamet. To end the cold streak. And so it's Minnesota finding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. And we'll see. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the slice of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
I feel like we've seen more slick passing big man in the league today than we've ever seen.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. 2 big men inside, Towns and Gobert. And it's Prince in at the 3. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Suns trail by 15. Al Paul. He kicks to Booker. And the dunk by Booker.
Plays hard in every facet of the game. Nothing that Booker can't do.
Russell with it. This is it to Edwards. And Edwards with the stop.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you can give up some size, but that shows you how fearless he is, willing to attack the basket no matter who is in front of him.
For 3, Booker. Minnesota with the rebound. Gobert's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Releases. Edwards can't hit. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Phoenix Suns. Down by 15.
Great decision making from Booker, realizing one of his guys is open and whips the pass to him.
Ball against Russell. Here he goes. Towns for 3. And it's Phoenix with the rebound.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Kicks it out to Johnson. Launches a 3. The rebound by Prince. Minnesota leading by 13. Here's Russell. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. And that's now 7 points for D'Angelo Russell.
so shifty with the ball in his hands. Russell changes pace with the best of them.
And the wide open shot from Paul. Off target from three-point range.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, and the risk now is that he gets inside his own head. Time to take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and let the game come to you.
And the precision passing of Russell, this time out of the pick and roll.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Kicks it out to Johnson. Front past the arc. Here's Ayton, and a good offensive board, and he gets the bucket.
A towering presence on the offensive glass. Ayton uses his height well to keep possessions alive.
Russell against Paul.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
On the arc. Russell, no good. Suns trail by 15. Out to the wing. Ayton wide open. Again, Phoenix.
Just great awareness there from Ayton. Understands the game plan and reads the game so well.
Outside, Russell. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. At the top of the key, Gobert. Towns for three. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Ayton, the pass to Bridges. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Towns with it. Now guarded by Ayton. Offline with his three.
Oh, man, for whatever reason, he can't get it going from three, and he's pretty good from there.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Timberwolves.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Anthony Edwards.
He did a great job following his team's game plan and not rushing anything on offense, which allowed him to catch fire.
Just 5 to shoot. Timberwolves with a fresh shot clock. The kick out to Towns. Over Johnson. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. And here's Booker from the arc. For the three. And there's Johnson. That's good on the assist by Booker.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
So it's Minnesota winning this one easily. So thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, Booker.
Teams in the league. They focus on sharing the basketball and keeping everyone involved. This is a matchup for the purist.
Now the opening lineup for the Los Angeles Clippers. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubats play together in the front court. And it's Wall in at the point guard position. Basket's good.
I like seeing Towns be aggressive from deep. He knows his teammates want him to shoot from there.
George outside. To the inside. And stolen by Gobert. Fast break, Minnesota. And here's Edwards outside. On target from range.
Look at the unselfishness by Prince. Doesn't have what he wants. Keeps the ball moving.
Leonard passes to Morris. Here's Zubats. Lets the three fly. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. And just over a minute played here to start the game. You know, thinking about the Clippers' history, those Lob City days really stand out, Smitty.
Yes, B.A., one of the most fun eras in recent NBA history. Blake and DeAndre throwing down alley-oops from CP3. That team had their own style, attitude. I love watching that Lob City group play.
Now here's Leonard. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone by. Pass to George. it go? It's good. And the assist that time from Leonard.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
Here's Edwards. And he converts the layup. Edwards has got 5.
And despite the size mismatch, getting a little aggressive down there in the paint.
Proving once again that when you attack with confidence, good things tend to happen.
Now here's Leonard. From deep. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. The Timberwolves have gone 4 of 4 from the floor. Perfect start. Outside Russell. And he banks in the layup.
They've been very effective so far. A balanced attack at its best.
And it's helped them build an early lead. They just need to stay aggressive.
Now here's Zubac. Here's George. Uses the glass on the layup.
At 6'8", Paul George is a threat inside, looking very comfortable from in there.
Now here's Edwards. Pass to Russell. Just 5 to shoot.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
That shot off the mark. And Los Angeles the other way now. A true utility player, Smitty. Marcus Morris brings a diverse skill set to the court.
He does. Marcus is a hard-nosed, gritty defender who can play either forward spot or even center at times. Plus, he's a reliable scorer and a solid three-point shooter.
They're not wasting any time putting their stamp on this game. What a start.
Play calling has been fantastic. They've been a step ahead of the defense since the opening tip.
Now here's Wall. But no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. George passes to Leonard. Driving in. The Clippers got to hurry. Late clock here. The 3, George. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Here's Edwards. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
The offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
This is my type of approach. Get some high percentage looks. Then later, you can play inside out.
Now here's Wall. Pass to Leonard. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. Towns has got 4 rebounds now. Russell against Wall. Outside Russell. And he lobs it up to the rim. Oh, what a nice defensive play to disrupt the lob. Wall for 3. It's good. And the assist that time from Leonard.
Great vision on that pass. Kawhi moving it to the open teammate.
Now Edwards. Towns for 3. Oh, got it off in time, but it's no good. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Timberwolves ahead, up by 9. And back in a moment as we'll get on.
Your Timberwolves team.
We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play. This one has been one-sided so far. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going so far for Minnesota.
For me, it's all about playing downhill. They've been making it look easy to find penetration in this one, attacking the lanes and forcing the issue with the D.
Another area they've excelled in is the points in the paint. They've been able to gouge the interior defense so far in this one.
Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince in at the small forward position. So that's the lineup from Minnesota.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. George, a screen on Russell. George outside. From downtown. Rudy Gobert with a rebound.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Out of bounds. It'll be the Clippers' ball.
Unforced turnovers. They'll drive your coach insane.
George outside. starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Leonard on the wing. From behind the arc. Minnesota with a rebound. Pass to Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Beautiful offense, unselfish play, sharp pass by Prince.
Los Angeles has gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. And here's Zubac. Leonard outside. George with it. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shot on the wing. And the basket by Leonard.
The mid-range analytics do not apply to Kawhi. That's his shot.
And Kawhi Leonard, one of 3 perimeter players to win back-to-back Defensive Player of the Year awards. It's him, Sidney Moncrief, and a young Dennis Rodman.
Russell to pass to Gobert. Wall against Russell. Towns a screen on Wall. Towns has got room. That falls. Nice assist by Russell. Russell's got 3 assists in the game.
And this is exactly how Russell does solid assist numbers. I mean, just great delivery on that play.
And for his career, Kawhi Leonard has more steals than fouls, Grant.
You know, B.A., he and Jimmy Butler, I believe, the only 2 players to achieve that after a decade in the league. A pretty remarkable achievement.
And it's Towns with the power finish.
Woo! The whole arena felt packed. Towns can just be merciless on offense.
Outside Wall. Leonard outside. Morris on the wing. Leonard against Gobert. Ooh, and Leonard throws it down.
That was with force by Kawhi, dunking it over the defense and looking unstoppable.
2 minutes remaining in the half. 2 minutes.
Wall against Russell. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. Russell's gotten his 2nd bucket of the game.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Leonard outside. Inside. That one's good from Morris. On the assist by Leonard.
Nice feed, Leonard with good timing, good ball placement.
There's a minute 26 left to play in the first half. Towns finds Russell. Oh, he nails that one. 3 for 4 now.
Inside the paint, Russell stays so nimble, helping him get such a high percentage look.
Leonard with the ball, and it's Gobert picking him up. Ooh, Gobert with a steal.
Kawhi Leonard. First personal foul. First team foul.
Free throw is good from Russell.
Coming off his 3rd All-Star performance, it's easy to say Rudy Gobert is one of the best centers in the league.
59 seconds left in the first half of this one. And here's Edwards. 11 points in the game. The 3 is up. No good that time. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. George outside. Leonard outside. Morris outside. Pass to Wall. Out of bounds. The Timberwolves will take it. There's 25 seconds left in the half. Here's Russell. He has 7. On the clock. Gobert on the high post. Shoots over Wall. No good off the glass. And so it's Minnesota in command with a 13-point lead at the end of the quarter. And they've effectively guarded Kawhi.
16.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. And you know, Anthony Edwards has been really making it happen, guys.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
And so in the game for Los Angeles, Jackson and Powell make up the backcourt. Nicholas Batum out there with Robert Covington, and it's Kennard in at the 3. Powell's shot is off. Well, the Timberwolves shooting 76%. You don't see this often. Oh, and he brings it down with a 2-handed jam.
Oh, excellent way to pad the lead.
Yeah, especially when it's your one throwing it down like that.
It sends a message that we're going to be aggressive no matter who's taking the shot.
We've seen a lot of coaches make the transition from college to the NBA. Smitty, what are the biggest challenges in making that leap, you think?
I think gaining trust from your players is totally different from the NBA and college. Also, the pace of the game. Not the speed of the players, but the flow of gameplay itself. And finding the soft spot in an NBA defense is much harder than it is in college.
Here's McLaughlin. Oh, Covington with a block.
All over, guys. I like watching Covington be a pest on the defensive end.
Here's McLaughlin, defended by Jackson. Pass to Noel. Here's McLaughlin, takes a 3. Doesn't go that time.
Hey, sometimes you miss even under the best of circumstances.
They get the rebound. Covington tries again. Can't capitalize inside.
Robert Covington. First personal foul. First team foul.
The Timberwolves have gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Here's McLaughlin, defended by Jackson. Pass to Noel. Now Reed. Batum pulls it in. And it's the Clippers on the break. Back to Powell. Now here's Kennard. Now Batum. Kicks it out to Kennard. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Trying to defend Kennard. You know he can hit shots with limited space. That helps him get you off balance.
And he makes both free throws.
We've seen him put a lot of pressure on the defense and then cash in at the line.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Pass to Reed. Banked it in off the glass.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
Back to Kennard. Jacks up a 3. Knocks down the long J. Kennard's got 5 points.
When Kennard is that set up, he almost can't miss. Such a skilled shooter.
Outside, Anderson. Pass to Reed. Kicks it out to Anderson. Batum with the defensive effort.
Out of character for him to miss that shot. Maybe just a little too casual there.
Kennard finds Powell. Back to Kennard. From deep three-point range. The shot, no good. Now Minnesota takes it the other way. 1:21 left in the third. And stolen by Covington. Kennard with it. Picked up by Reed. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting. So he'll take 2 free. And they've stopped the action here. They're using their coach's challenge to see if they can get this foul overturned.
The line for the Clippers. Kennard. At the line for 2.
People were worried that this would slow the action down. But with so many close calls in every game, the NBA...
The previous play is under review.
Policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look.
After review, the ruling on the floor stands.
And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he still beat.
Here they come. Now headed to the floor. It's your minute.
And it's a completely new group for the Timberwolves. First free throw is good, and the Clippers will go for a different look here. Zubats, he's checked in for Covington. Morris comes in for Batum. George, he's checked in for Powell, and it's John Wall in for Jackson. And it's powered home by Towns.
You know Towns' team is loving this. He's letting his natural scoring ability run wild on offense.
Wall attacking, pass to Zubats. Kennard on the wing. With the drive, Minnesota with a rebound. Gobert's got 6 rebounds in the game. It's Edwards on the wing. He's got 11. Competitive. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards, and it's Prince in at the small forward. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Pass to Edwards, just 5 on the clock. And Edwards slams it in.
He can do incredible things. He can also help you win by simply being reliable.
Out of bounds, it'll be Timberwolves ball. And it's time to take another look at that powerful block.
Oh, now that was a block. Some much-needed energy there to jumpstart them back into this game.
Now here's Russell. Pass to Edwards. Out left to the wing. 6 on the shot clock. And it's Towns with the power finish.
He's just an aggressive finisher there inside.
Hey, when you got bounce like that, you feel like you can take on anybody. George passes to Zubats. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. It's Edwards with a drive. And Edwards slams it in.
This is who Towns is, an unselfish, versatile big man with great court awareness.
Outside Wall, launches a 3, and it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got rebound number 8 now. Edwards against George. Gobert with a screen on George. Edwards fires from way outside. Doesn't go for him, and the Clippers will go the other way with it. It's George. Oh, did you see that finish?
Insane move by Paul George, a high flyer who can create in midair.
Wall against Russell. Pass to Prince. Outside for Russell. 4 on the clock. Fires from deep. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Towns for 3. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gobert. It's been a devastating night for them. Nothing has come easy, Grant.
Nothing indeed. Even when they've tried to make adjustments, it just hasn't worked.
George against Russell. They get it back. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
And that's why you don't give up on the glass.
Man, his efforts well rewarded right there.
Working hard, beating everyone to the ball. He does this night in and night out.
And this is what point guards like Russell are responsible for, setting the table for his guys.
George, a deep 3. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. A minute 50 left to play in the fourth. Russell against Wall. Pass to Towns. Back to Russell. It's rebounded by Zubac.
Yeah, he's kicking himself. No defenders to be found in that mid-range area.
Out of bounds as Los Angeles keeps possession.
He was all over that pass. That's a cautionary tale.
A little bit late there, but you tried to get into your opponent's head. Force them to go somewhere else with the ball, and he did that.
George passes to Wall. Over Russell.
And this one hasn't been in doubt for a bit now. They came out on a mission, and you can bag up this win for the Timberwolves.
Tonight, they got everybody in on the scoring. Had nice passing, which led to good looks.
Just solid play by these guys.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Karl Anthony Towns.
And how many times throughout the course of the evening did he make a momentum-changing play? I thought his relentlessness really keyed their success.
George outside. Morris outside. Out to the wing. Ball for 3. And again, no good by the Clippers. Now Russell. "20 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. From deep. Gobert passes to Edwards. And so it's Minnesota easily grabbing this one. All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
The Grizzlies sporting their best look as they came into the building earlier. That's how to make an entrance on the road. And the Grizzlies start out with the ball. And the starting group for the Grizzlies. At the forward spots, it's Brooks and Jackson Jr. In at the guard spots, Morant and Bain. And it's Adams in at the 5. Down low, Jackson misses.
And you know, for proof of what Morant's done for the Memphis franchise, look at the offensive numbers. Grizzlies have made huge steps forward every year.
Have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves getting the first points of the ball game. Morant, Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
Here's Edwards, and Edwards with the stuff.
Boy, defense has no answer for Anthony Edwards' athleticism. What a dunk.
Greg, the improvement since Morant arrived has been very steady.
And the Grizzlies went from the...
You got to be kidding.
Yeah, that's fire right there. Morant practicing for the dunk contest. I see you, young fella.
Gobert with a screen for Edwards. And finished off by Edwards.
Oh, give me a little sauce, Anthony Edwards. Rise high and finish over the defender.
Nice move. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches. Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
Brooks, the best of Bain. Rebound, Minnesota. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Brooks from 12 feet out. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
This guy, a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
Up top, Russell. Guarded by Morant. Edwards, a screen on Morant. And Edwards with the stop.
Anthony Edwards showing you, yes, I am a vertical threat at the rim.
Morant with a wide open look. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead.
And now in the final year of his contract, D'Angelo Russell trying to get back to that all-star level and the promise that got it that last 4-year deal.
You have to have the vision to find the open man. Beautiful pass.
It's Russell with the drive. Prince wide open. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. And after a lackluster performance in last year's playoff, Russell has some making up to do.
Yeah, and the efficiency has been a problem. Now, if you're a player whose primary value is at the offensive end, you can't just be a volume scorer.
And Adams kicks to Bain. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Adams. And Adams with the slam.
Steven Adams will leave no doubt when he's near the cup.
And it's Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And he gets it to go.
Outstanding pass, on time and on target.
And here's Morant. Down low. Here's Adams. Nifty move. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Well, you love when Steven Adams shows his strength. Even with the defense in his grill, he finds a way to score.
The Timberwolves secured a spot in the playoffs last season, Greg, and we enjoyed it after they got that emotional win in the play-in game in the Twin Cities over the Clippers. What a night.
And Kevin, you could tell it meant a lot to the player. This is a team that has struggled for so long, and by getting to the playoffs, this is a step in the right direction.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
And right from the jump, they've been working hard to establish themselves inside, using agility and power to get shots in the paint.
And their assist total, also impressive early, creating with the pass and playing for teammates.
Russell dishes to Towns, and Towns throws it down.
Well, the more repetition he gets, the more floor awareness you develop. D'Angelo Russell showing a desire to get his teammates involved.
Here's Morant. Towns with the defensive effort.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively.
Fires the three. And another three for Minnesota.
Well, Karl Anthony Towns has that face-up three-point shot definitely in the offensive arsenal. You better put a hand up.
Morant drives in. Payne for three. Minnesota with the rebound. Gobert's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Back to Russell. And so it's Minnesota heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. Back right after this.
Fans, please give a big round of applause for the Bucks.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And what do you guys think about Minnesota here in this one?
They set a physical tone in the first, and that really showed on the backboard.
I think it's why they hold the lead here early, because they're controlling the flow of the game with those second chance opportunities.
So on the floor for Memphis, Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. The wingmen are Bain and Brooks, and it's Morant in at the point. And sometimes in the closing moments, NBA games can slow to a crawl. Of course, you and I know that firsthand. Intentional fouls, replay reviews. What should the league revise in terms of that?
The most important thing they did is take some of the replay reviews and allow Secaucus to deal with it. That speeds up action. The fact of the matter is, fouls and free throws at the end of the game are part of strategy. And yes, we need to be quick with replay reviews, but we have to understand this is strategic and important stuff that happens.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Right side, Edwards. Clock at 4. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. The Grizzlies trail by 9 from deep. Morant against Russell. Back to Morant. He dishes it to Adams. Brooks with no one around. Buries the long-range jumper.
For 3.
Brooks has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And here in the second, with about a minute and a half gone by, Russell passes to Edwards. Banked in off the glass. Edwards got 14 points for the game.
I think his teammates understand that Anthony Edwards has every aspect of his offensive game working, so let's make sure he's got the basketball.
Payne for 3. It's stolen by Gobert. Here's Edwards, and blocked by Bain. It's deflected. Morant passes to Brooks. Back to Morant. Shooting foul, and it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
At the line
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult,
at the line for 2.
Previous play is
be
under
tough. The
review.
action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches.
The ruling on the floor is overturned.
And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Edwards, a screen on Morant. Out to Edwards. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Well, great with this Memphis Grizzlies team. You like how young and how hungry they are. It's very appealing.
And these players have bought into the system. This is a selfless group that knows each other's strengths, and it's why they've seen so much success here of late.
Anthony Edwards is one of the most explosive athletes in the league. He can burn you with his perimeter jump shooting. He's dangerous in transition. And look out, folks, the upside is there.
Timberwolves leading by 10. And Edwards with the stop.
Well, you can see Anthony Edwards trying to probe and create an opportunity to get off the dribble drive, sees that window and exploits it.
To the inside, Jackson, and Jackson throws it down hard.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points. 1:51 left to play here in the second quarter. The kick out to Towns. Over Jackson. And it's Towns missing.
Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert.
For Memphis, they have shot 1 of 3 from the line tonight, missing 2 earlier on.
Numbers last year for them, just about 73%, so the bottom third of the league.
And here's Brooks. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. 9-point game. Outside, Dane. Back to Morant. It's not going to go for him. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. Outside, Edwards. And the call on the shot. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail.
The previous play.
Original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays,
The ruling on the floor stands.
are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
Morant surveying the D. And Morant throws it down.
And I'm amazed at Morant's ability to take contact and still stay in full control.
Payne against Edwards. Towns sets the pick for Edwards. And the rejection by Jackson. Morant with it. Now defended by Gobert. Outside, Payne. Looking for Gobert. He gets it there. It's Edwards on the wing. He's got 20. Towns against Jackson. Outside, Russell. 5 to shoot. Over Morant. They get it again, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Steven Adams picks one up.
Well, the length and the size of Rudy Gobert so problematic for defenses. Nothing they can do there but foul him.
The Timberwolves shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
To the paint, Towns with the steal. And we finish one half of basketball. Timberwolves lead by 10. Time now for the half.
31. The Grizzlies. 21. And let's hear it for the Jabberwockies.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. You know, Anthony Edwards has been exceptional here, guys.
And the way he goes at defenders, he is bound to get to the line just like he did there in that first half.
I have to love his tenacity. This guy stays in attack mode, makes defenders work, tries to keep them off balance.
McDaniels is out there with Kyle Anderson. Then there's Reed. And it's McLaughlin in at the point. So that's the lineup for Minnesota.
Haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
Williams with a clean look, and the 3 off target. Anderson passes to Noel. Back to Anderson. Pass to McLaughlin. He takes it in, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
Well, you love that he wants to wear out the defense. What a catalyst for his team. Incredible.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up. Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. Noel passes to McLaughlin. Out to the right wing. McDaniels. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jones. And something you always hear about Jaden McDaniels, Doris, is how effortless he makes the game look.
Yeah, when I watch this guy play, I feel like he glides through an NBA game. There's a finesse that you don't necessarily see from players his size. He's a handful on the low block. This young man is brimming with potential.
So Memphis ends up going with a new group. So the Timberwolves call their first time out. A new lineup here for the Timberwolves.
Make some noise for the First Avenue Breakers.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Russell looking it over. Sinks the three-pointer. Russell's got 5 now.
Arguably the most dangerous weapon in D'Angelo Russell's arsenal. This guy is a problem for the defense.
Here's Jackson. Back to Adams. It's stolen by Gobert. And now the fast break. Edwards with the ball. And he's going to get whistled for that foul. Gee, that was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Towns, high post. Jackson on him. Towns, a screen on Brooks. The kick out to Towns. Pocket 6. Jacks up a 3. Grizzlies with the rebound.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
The shot's good. He's got 8.
With the contact, can't trip Morant up. He just glides past it and into his shot.
3 minutes gone now in the third quarter.
2 minutes remaining.
Out to Russell.
2 minutes.
Back to Edwards. Over Bain. Another miss by Minnesota. The Grizzlies trail by 15. Brooks with him. Now defended by Gobert. Outside, Bain. And the rejection by Towns.
Well, this is what you're hoping to see, a level of dominance on the defensive end by Towns. Sends that shot back. Oh, sweet lean in. Just no defense around. Probably could have gone straight up.
And the Timberwolves call time.
It's time for the First Avenue Breakers.
And Minnesota has possession. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Edwards. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal foul.
Hard work pays off right there. Anthony Edwards finds himself in the paint and draws contact.
Free throw good, Edwards. And Edwards drops them both. The Grizzlies trail by 15. Payne finds Jackson. Here's Morant. Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
Oh, an easy look, but he decides to be a crowd pleaser. I'm sure he's upset for attempting that one.
Pass to Edwards. Back to Towns. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Oh, that's a strong finish. Karl Anthony Towns will go to the line, try to put the cherry on top.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. And Karl Anthony Towns said he believes that he is the greatest big man shooter of all time. What do you think?
Well, Kev, I think a guy by the name of Dirk Nowitzki might have a thing or two to say about it, but I love Karl Anthony Towns' attitude. You have got to believe in your skills if you're going to have the kind of success that Cat has had in this league, and we know he is lethal from deep. Well, the calling card of the #1 selection.
Down it goes! Wow. Down it goes!
There is answer!
Nice. Now here's Edwards. 24 points for him. 27 seconds left to play in the third. Out to Russell. It's over Morant. Russell, no luck. And Adams has got the ball here for Memphis. Hammer it home! Hammer it home, baby!
That is authority right there.
It was. Wow. Outside Edwards. Fires the three. He can't hit that time. No good that time. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. They've got the... Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. On the court for Memphis to start the fourth, the wingmen are Bain and Brooks. Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. And it's Morant in at the 1.
Well, Morant is certainly making his presence felt on offense. He's in total attack mode.
Russell dishes to Gobert. And finished off by Gobert.
And you can see he just has a great overall feel for this game. Excellent job tonight.
And that's been his role pretty much from the opening tip. Get the ball to guys where they can score it.
Guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen from the Timberwolves?
They've been playing some really physical offense, just attacking the paint as much as possible. And I tell you what, they have been very successful with that strategy.
And the other thing, guys, that they've been very effective at is shooting the long-range jumpers. The defense has been having trouble closing out to them in this game in particular.
Such a wide-open look. And the Timberwolves lead by 17.
But just tremendous instincts from Prince. Feeling the defense, getting loose, getting into his catch-and-shoot game. Nicely done.
Morant passes to Adams, and Adams with the slam.
Oh, reversed it home. That was pretty.
Agreed. The agility on display. Russell against Morant, and Edwards with the stop.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah. Here's Morant. Up again, and it's Adams on the follow. Adams has got 4 this quarter.
We are talking about a big-time offensive rebounder, and Steven Adams unafraid to impose his will with that frame.
Outside Edwards. Outside Russell. Lobbed up there for Edwards. It's stolen by Adams. Morant against Edwards. Morant drives in and finished off by Morant.
How about the authority from Morant? The way he was running, you knew he was aiming to shatter the rim.
Morant against Russell. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And Edwards with the stop.
Yeah, he's flat fueling their success. Most of the offense has gone through him.
Here's Morant.
And how about that display of athleticism by Morant, flying up in the air for the jam.
And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Russell with it. The kick out to Towns. 5 on the clock. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And this is what Rudy Gobert's job is. Be a force on the glass.
Here's Morant. And then jammed down as it goes right over Anthony Edwards.
That is not possible. What we just, is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Here's Edwards. That one, no good. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. Morant drives. Wow, hammering it in.
And that's impressive. Morant's ball control and take charge attitude is what makes him so special. And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Timberwolves.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching any lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection.
Oh!
Goodness. Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Boy, it's incredible how much explosive scoring ability can come from the lead guard position. That is a big-time play.
Edwards looking it over, driving in, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it. Here's Morant.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Well, it's been a hard-fought battle through much of the night. They just missed out on a couple of opportunities they'd love to do over.
And he can't jam it through. Here is Edwards going inside, and he goes big with the tap right over John Morant.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
Well, for all intents and purposes, this game is over. Just a matter of time here.
And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the grit.